Our nation has many wonderful traditions and customs drawing us together, and Thanksgiving is one of the finest. But our nation was not always united. In the 1860s, our country was at war with itself, divided in a terrible civil war that lasted 4 long years. Sometimes within the same family, one brother was fighting on one side and another brother on the other side, brother killing brother. Finally, in 1865, the Civil War came to an end. On the 3rd of April, Richmond, the capital of the Confederacy, fell. The next day, President Lincoln entered the conquered city. With no fanfare, no grand troops of honor, no great display, no previous announcement. He simply took his little boy Tad by the hand and entered the city. Tad was celebrating his 12th birthday on that day, and that was a birthday he would remember to the end of his very short life. Hand in hand with his little boy, President Lincoln walked through the streets of Richmond, and from the side streets there came pouring out all those people who up until that time had been in the chains of slavery. Now they came out to welcome the president who had broken their chains and given them their freedom. It was a long and dangerous walk through the city, and at one point President Lincoln paused to rest. At that moment, a very old slave walked up to him, took off his hat, bowed deeply to the president, and with tears flowing down his cheeks, said simply, "May the good Lord bless you, President Lincoln." How was the president to react to something like this? The great tall man took off his own hat and in silence bowed down deeply to the slave, tears streaming down his own cheeks. It was a quiet bow without any words, but that single silent bow destroyed all the centuries of forms and laws and customs and ceremonies. It has been written that that bow was the death shock to chivalry, a mortal wound to caste. People were aghast, shocked, scandalized at seeing the great President of the United States bowing down to a slave. The woman in the house next door saw it and turned away in disgust. But with that silent bow to another grateful human being, President Lincoln said silently, but oh so eloquently, "You are so welcome. You are all welcome to my love. You are all welcome in this land. You are very welcome." The old slave never saw Abraham Lincoln again. 10 days later, the president was dead. But that powerful exchange of gratitude and welcome profoundly touched the lives of both of them, as gratitude and welcome always do. Gratitude is something that must be expressed. Gratitude is not a sentiment which we feel in our heart and which remains there. Gratitude is something that longs to break through the heart, break through into expression, break through into action. In Spanish, we say it very well. We say acción de gracias. It is an action of giving thanks. Gratitude cannot remain in the heart. Gratitude must be expressed in our actions. If it remains just a feeling in the heart, it is not gratitude at all. The American writer William Arthur Ward put it beautifully when he said, "Gratitude which is merely felt but not expressed is like a present that is only wrapped but never given. Gratitude must be given. Gratitude must be acted upon. How eager are we to express our thankfulness to others? How eager are we to express our thankfulness to God? We are very quick to express our anger, very quick to express our disappointment, very quick to express our petty hatreds. But our gratitude, that takes humility to express. That takes an old slave taking off his hat and bowing down in humility, expressing heartfelt, sincere thanks. And how do we react to someone expressing gratitude to us? What do we say when someone says to us, "Thank you"? All too often we just ignore it, or we brush it off. In recent times, it has become common to say, "No problem," or perhaps "No worries." Well, I should hope it wasn't a problem, and I should hope you're not worried about it. What do we say when someone expresses thanks to us? In English, we have a very beautiful expression that is all but forgotten in our day. When someone says thank you, we say, "You're welcome." Thank you. You're welcome. You see, an act of gratitude, an act of thanksgiving is not the cancellation of a debt between those two people, saying, "Well, that's that. I don't owe that one anymore. I've already said thank you." No, the expression of thanks is an invitation. The expression of thanks is the initiation of a conversation, the initiation of a relationship, the invitation to which was extended by the original act of kindness. We are saying, "You are welcome to this connection which we have now established. For even if we never see each other again, you have been welcomed into my life. Our paths have crossed, and in some way, large or small, you have touched my life, and I have touched yours. And because of what we have shared, even if it was only a smile, neither you nor I will ever be the same." When we are faced with another human being coming to us with sincere and humble gratitude, saying thank you, let's not ignore it, brush it off, or belittle that original act of kindness by saying "No problem, no worries." Let us rather welcome that person into the conversation we call life, that relationship instituted by that act of gratitude. You are welcome. You have touched my life, and you are welcome there. You have opened my heart, and you are welcome there. And on this, our Thanksgiving, together as a family, may I say to all of you with all my heart, you are all very, very welcome.